always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it.
Our target classifies the different kinds of angle. An angle consists of two different rays with the same endpoint. The rays are the side of the angle. The endpoint is the vertex of the angle. The angle with sides ray AB and ray AC can be named as angle CAB, angle BAC, or angle A. So we have angle. We have ray BA. Then we have another ray. We have ray BC. And we have a common endpoint. The common endpoint is point B. We have the union of two non-collinear rays having a common endpoint, and that is an angle. We can name the angle as angle ABC, or we can make use of angle CBA, or we can make use of one letter, and that is angle B. Now we need to classify angles according to the given figure. So we have an acute angle, a right angle, and an obtuse angle. So how do we know whether the angle is acute? An angle is acute if its measure is less than 90 degrees. What are the angles less than 90 degrees? We have from 1 degree to 89 degrees. So it can be 49, 55, 68, 79, but not more than 90. It must be less than 90, but greater than 0 degrees. So what is a right angle? A right angle is an angle whose measure is exactly 90 degrees. So what is an obtuse angle? An obtuse angle is an angle whose measure is greater than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. It can be 91 degrees, 100 degrees. So it can be 120 degrees, 127 degrees, 179 degrees, and that is an example of an obtuse angle. So now we are going to classify the following angles as acute, right, or obtuse. I am giving you time to answer the following problem. We'll answer it now. We have the first number. What is the answer to the first number? So we have acute. We have the next number. The next number is a right angle. We have the next number. We have an obtuse angle. We have number 4. We have an acute angle. We have number 5. We have a right angle. Number 6, acute angle. Number 7, acute angle. Number 8, we have an obtuse angle. Number 9, obtuse angle. And the last number, number 10, we have a right angle. I hope you get a perfect score. Now we may continue. Now we are going to classify the following angles as acute, right, or obtuse. We have the given measure and we need to find whether it is acute, right, or obtuse. We have 10 degrees, and 10 degrees is what? 10 degrees is an acute angle. 142 degrees, what is 142 degrees? That is an obtuse angle. 89 degrees, 60 minutes. 60 minutes is equivalent to 1 hour, and 1 hour is equivalent to 1 degree. So 89 will become 90. So that is a right angle. Next, we have 58 degrees, that is an acute angle. 90 degrees is a right angle. And 158 degrees is an obtuse angle. Complementary angles are two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. We have angle ABD. What is the measure of angle ABD? The measure is 60 degrees. We have angle DBC. What is the measure of angle DBC? The measure of angle DBC is 30 degrees. If we find the sum of the measure of angle ABD plus the measure of angle DBC, what is the result? The result is 90. Therefore, class, angle ABD and angle DBC are complementary angles because the sum of the two angles is 90 degrees. So we have supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are two angles whose sum is 180 degrees. We have angle ABD. This is angle ABD. What is the measure of angle ABD? The measure of angle ABD is 150 degrees. We have angle DBC. What is the measure of angle DBC? The measure of angle DBC is 30 degrees. If we find the sum of angle ABD and the measure of angle DBC, what is the sum? The sum is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle ABD and angle DBC are supplementary angles because the sum of the two angles is equal to 180 degrees. Alright, we need to find the complement and supplement of an angle. Again, we have complementary. So how do we know whether the two angles are complementary? So the sum of the two angles is 90. How about for supplementary? The sum of the two angles is 180. So we have 15 degrees. If we have 15 degrees, so what is needed to make this 15 a 90 degrees angle? So we have our answer. The answer is 75 degrees. Now, we are in the 20, that is 70. Missing 289 to make it 90, that is 1. How about for 30? That is 60. For 85, that is 5. And for 70, the missing is 20. So 70 plus 20 is 90. Now for the supplement of an angle, what is missing to 15 to make it 180? 15 to make it 180. The answer is 165. 20 to make it 180. The answer is 160 degrees. 89 to make it 180. So we have 91 degrees. 30 degrees to make it 180. The answer is 150 degrees. 85 to make it 180. The answer is 95 degrees. And 70 to make it 180. The answer is 110 degrees. Two angles are complementary, and one angle is 10 degrees more than the other angle. Find the measure of the two angles. Let x be the measure of an angle, and let x plus 10 be the measure of its complement. We need to add the two. X plus 10 equals 90 because the two angles are complementary. We need to add 1x plus 1x. 1x plus 1x equals 2x. 2x equals 90 minus 10. 90 minus 10 equals 80. 2x equals 80. Dividing both sides of the equation by 2, the answer is 40 degrees. The other angle is x plus 10. X plus 10 equals 40 plus 10, and 40 plus 10 equals 50. So we have our result. One is 40 degrees, and the other one is 50 degrees. So we have the problem. The measure of the complement of an angle is 4 times the measure of an angle. Find the measure of an angle. Let x be the measure of an angle, and let 90 minus x be the measure of its complement. We need to find the equation. The measure of the complement is 90 minus x. Is 4 times the measure of an angle. The angle is x, so it will become 4x. So 90 minus x is equal to 4x. Solving for x, so we have 4x plus x equals 90. 4x plus 1x equals 5x. So 5x equals 90. Dividing both sides of the equation by 5, the value of x is 18. 18 is x, which is the measure of an angle. If we want to find the measure of the complement is 4 times 18, and 4 times 18 is 72. But we need only to find the measure of an angle. And what is the measure of the angle? The measure of an angle is 18 degrees. The problem is, find the measure of the larger angle of two supplementary angles if the measure of the larger is 4 times the smaller. Let x be the measure of an angle, and let 4x be the measure of its supplement. So we need to find the sum of x plus 4x. What is x plus 4x? X plus 4x equals 5x. 5x equals 180. Dividing both sides of the equation by 5, the value of x is 36. And 4 times 36 equals 144. We need to find the measure of the larger angle. What is the measure of the larger angle? The answer is 144 degrees. The measure of the supplement of an angle is 30 more than 5 times the measure of an angle. Find the measure of an angle and its supplement. Let x be the measure of an angle, and let 180 minus x be the measure of each supplement. Writing the equation, the measure of the supplement of an angle, the supplement is 180 minus x, is, we use the word equal, 30 more than 5 times the measure of an angle. What is the measure of an angle? X. So we have 5x more than means plus, that is 5x plus 30. Solving for x, negative 6x equals negative 150. Dividing both sides of the equation by negative 6, the value of x is 25. The other angle is 5 times 25 plus 30. And 5 times 25 plus 30 is 155. So we have our answer. Find the measure of the angle and its supplement. We have 25 degrees and 155 degrees. So we are in problem number 5. two angles are supplementary, find their measures if one of them is 20 degrees less than 3 times the measure of the other. Let x be the measure of an angle. And let 180 minus x be the measure of each supplement. So, we have the equation x equals 3 times the quantity of 180 minus x, close quantity, minus 20. 3 times 180 equals 540. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. Then we just copy minus 20. 540 minus 20 is 520. So 4x equals 520. Dividing both sides of the equation by 4, the value of x is 130. The other is 180 minus 130. The answer is 50. So we need to find the measures of the angle. So we have 130 degrees and 50 degrees. So we have our exercises. We have 3 problems, and I am giving you 5 minutes to answer the 3 problems. We will now answer problem number 1. So what is our answer? So the 2 angles are complementary and one is 20 degrees more than the other. So we have our result, 35 and 55, and one is 20 degrees more than the other, and the sum of the 2 is 90 degrees. We are in the second problem. 2 angles are supplementary and one is 20 degrees more than the other. Find the measure of the angles. So we have class the answer. So we have 80 and 100. 80 plus 100 is 180. And one angle is 20 degrees more than the other. 80 plus 20 is 100 degrees. We are in the third problem. 2 angles are supplementary and one is 10 more than the measure of the angle. So we have the measure. We have 85 and 95. One is 10 degrees more than the other angle. So 85 plus 10 is 95. And if we find the sum of 85 and 95, that is equal to 180 degrees. Thank you very much for watching.